What's up, everybody? We are back with the Magic and Andrew MMA betting show, episode 65. We've got UFC Fight Night, Holloway versus Allen at the top of the card. But as always, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up in best fight odds order. Starting with Lucy Pudilova taking on Jocelyn Edwards. Magic, how are you, my friend? What do you like here?
Yeah, Edwards kind of sucks. Don't you agree? That's my in-depth breakdown.
All right,
she,
next.
she's like a volume kicker, and what does she have outside of being kind of big for the division? She's big at 135. She volume kicks, and that's it. Pudilova is crackhead hustle, man. Like, she's difficult to kill, and she's going to go forward, spam takedowns, try to get grappling going on. Edwards plays guard. She's happy to be on bottom, and on bottom she only has like a shitty armbar attack. That's about it. She's like a fish out of water on the ground. I think Pudilova is fine here. I think she's going to win.
Pudilova
Edwards is
KO.
durable, but Pudilova is probably going to go full crackhead on her on top.
I switch.
Pudilova
I do
don't
that
play,
every
dog.
week. It's always subscribers only every week. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. On one side, I feel like Pudilova is going to get takedowns, but she's not very physical. And Edwards, like you said, is a bigger fighter. And in lower levels, WMMA, size matters more than in most fights. So I don't know. I kind of lean Pudilova, but I'm probably going to pass. It's not a fight I'm very interested
Oh,
in. I've
Pudilova almost killed Aldana.
must what?
Almost killed Aldana. That was like the fight of the year. But she's impossible to kill.
Yeah, who'd she fight? I had her in her last fight. I can't remember who she fought.
Yeah, I had her too. She fought Janambu.
Yeah,
Janangu. I don't know how to say her name, like the Chinese girl. That was I
sounds like
like. She was like similar to Edwards in style of shitty grappling, armbar, armbar or bust.
I had
Yeah.
I had Edwards in her last couple also, but back in the day I had Wu over Edwards, and she took her down real easy, and I was like, all right, this is gonna be easy, and then she kind of botched it from there.
I don't know.
Um,
Edwards. I remember you had like Jocelyn Edwards versus Ramona Pascual, right?
yeah,
That was a horrible bet. I know you won, but I do
well,
remember I was telling you like, Ramona Pascual is coming forward here. Like, she may get it out.
I wasn't watching. I was out to dinner during that fight, and I remember checking my phone, and everyone was like, "Yo, this is way closer than like you thought it was gonna be."
But
I was
she
like,
was
"Oh."
hurt in that fight, or am I tripping?
Yeah, on the first round, she was like winning and
Like
then like got
hurt
hit to the
bad.
body,
But yeah,
right?
I think Pudilova is going to be fine. She's durable enough.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
that's
I'm
true.
picking Pudilova for podcast sake. I think this next one's pretty difficult to call. Also, Aaron Phillips taking on Gaston Bolanos. I want to fade Bolanos, but Aaron Phillips is coming off a 3-year layoff. I don't know where he's been really. Like he's an all right striker. He's probably the better grappler here. I don't know. It's kind of a bit of a mess. I'm picking Bolanos, but I would only bet Phillips if I had to. But I'm probably not going to make a bet here. Did you take anything?
I mean, Gaston Bolaños minus 200 in the UFC. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
This guy's horrible at MMA. Like, what is this? I feel like you have to take Phillips out of principle almost. She's a functional fight. He is a functional fighter, and he has lost to good people. I mean, losing to Kyler Phillips and Jack Shore. This guy is not Jack Shore or Kyler Phillips. Like, Bolaños cannot grapple. Literally, he fucking sucks. I don't know where he's at or anything, honestly, because who knows. But I feel like Phillips by submission plus 1100 is a must here. Like, he knows how to roll a rear naked choke, and Bolaños is legit bad. Like, he's a shitty kickboxer that cannot grapple. He's 6'3", submitted a couple times. I mean, I think this is dog or pass.
Yeah, I definitely don't hate that Phillips submission plus 1100. I can't remember. Like that was during the pandemic. He just like randomly came back and fought Jack Shore and then left again, right?
Yeah, because Jack Shore kind of beat his ass.
Yeah, but Jack Shore's like a fringe top 15 guy. So it's like, is there really that much shame in that loss?
I mean, he's not anymore because he moved up, but at bantamweight he was. Yeah. Now he's Titi Jack Shore. He's fat.
Yeah.
He beat Amir Khani. All the homies hate Jack Shore now. Okay, you hear me? We hate Jack Shore.
Next up, Bruna Brazil versus Denise Gomez. I thought about taking Gomez early at like plus 170, plus 180, and I kind of just waited too long and the line got away from me, so I'm passing. But I think she's the side. Bruna Brazil, pretty messy. Wouldn't surprise. I mean, Gomez is too. Don't get me wrong, but it just feels like more of a coin flip fight than the odds indicate. Both girls sloppy. Both have some physical talent though, so I don't know. I lean Gomez from a betting perspective, but I have nothing on it. Did you end up betting this one?
Yeah, I bet the under. I think
Yeah,
someone is
I
going
actually think that's a good look as well.
to go out really bad. Plus 163. It's not out there everywhere, but that's a good line, I think. Bruna Brazil just head kick a girl that is not really good in the head, and she's being priced like she's Amanda Lemos. Basically. I think she's talented and she's big and has some athletic talents and all that and power. And she has a decent guillotine, but that's about it. And she's low volume. She's kind of fragile herself. And this other girl is like Walmart Jessica Andrade. She's going to go forward and fucking get you into a brawl. I like her. I think someone is going to die. I'm not going to be surprised either way.
Yeah, I think that's a good take. This one I'm pretty conflicted with. Daniel Zellhuber taking on Lando Venata. Zellhuber kind of laid an egg in his first UFC fight. Went out there against Trey Ogden, didn't really throw. But he does have some physical advantages over Venata. He has a 6-inch reach advantage. He's much younger. He's longer. What do you like here? Do you think that Venata is going to try to wrestle? Do you think this one's going to play out on the feet?
I was silenced. I just got followed by Roman Bravo Young. Is this real?
There you go.
This is apparently real. Okay, I'll follow him back out of respect, but I don't know why he's following.
He probably knows how well you know wrestling.
I think he's into Barstool a bit, right? Probably the guys talked about us. Yeah, the real deal in MMA. These two guys. I don't know. I like Roman Bravo Young. I think he has to transition to MMA because his style is going to be good for MMA, I think.
Yeah.
Magic M, big wrestling guy. What do you think?
Yep.
I think if Banata grapples, he has massive favorite upside. But Banata is notorious for taking very stupid decisions. So I don't know. I feel like I have to take a little bit of Banata by submission again here. This is going to be the night of the plus 1,000 submissions. You know what I mean? You only need one.
Do you remember? This must have been like 5 years ago. I think it was like one of Anderson Silva's friends fought in the UFC, and we bet Venata.
Yeah, the legend, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean? One of his friends, the legend, Marcos Rogerio or who was his name?
Marcos. It's like Marcos. No, I was gonna say Marcos Maidana.
Yeah,
that's the boxer.
His friends call him Marcos the Bam. Marcos Mariano. What a legend, bro. That was insane because all week Anderson Silva was like, "Oh yeah, this guy. I see a lot of things of myself in him," and he goes out and he's like fucking slender man. This guy cannot fight.
He got taken down in like 3 seconds.
Bro, this guy was having a 50-50 fight on the feet with Claudio Puelles. That's insane. You would box up Claudio Puelles.
You think so?
I would. Have you seen him on the feet?
Yeah, I saw him on the feet against Dan Hooker in person.
I mean, he has like a lefty body kick and that's it. That was ridiculous. Look like a civilian fighting Dan Hooker. That was fucking ridiculous. What? Yeah, Banata. We were talking about Banata. Yeah. Hoover is a good athlete and he has some striking, some kicking, but he was comically afraid of grappling against Ogden, and that's why he lost the fight, because he didn't want to commit to anything because he was like panicking about getting taken down. I think if Banata has a massive grappling edge here, if he uses it, he probably looks like the favorite, wins, probably gets a submission. If he doesn't, it's going to be a war and he may die. So yeah, I think Banata is the side.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like I think he's going to take the smart path and try to grapple, but it's hard to trust. I mean, he tried it last time. He took Jourdain down like really easily. He just got choked. And like I don't really think Zellhuber has that kind of submission game, you know?
I think Zellhuber is a fish out of water on the ground. And in his contenders fight, I mean, he killed a lot of bad guys in the regional scene in Mexico in this promotion. I forgot the name right now. This promotion is on Fight Pass. I watch it a lot. And yeah, it's decent. And he fought the Lucas Almeida, the Brazilian contenders, and he was getting lit up round one, but that was kind of a good fight for him because Almeida is not a grappler at all, and he's slow. He's a power guy. I think that was Luke's FC. That's the promotion. Fun fights. It's a lot of good people killing taco sellers. So I think Banata should really grapple here, but it's not like if it is on the feet, Banata is going to instantly die or anything. On the feet is a good old scrap, you know.
Yeah.
And on the ground should be a wipeout. So if Banata may decide to be a warrior, I don't know. He should really grapple here. I mean, sometimes fighters, you know, sometimes it feels like we are betting on things that we expect to happen and we don't really have a database about, you know what I mean? Like, it's obvious he has to grapple here. It's fucking obvious. If you have a trainer or you watch tape or anything, you have to grapple. And then he may come out and not grapple. It's not understandable for me, but fighters do it all the time.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if Venata grapples here, he has solid favorite upside. If he doesn't, the line's probably about right, or a pick'em's about right. So I think the value's on Venata, but it's I can't ignore some of the physical advantages Zellhuber has. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not betting Venata because of it, or you shouldn't bet Venata because of it, but you definitely have to consider it. Yeah, love those guys. We definitely got to get them back soon. Jillian Robertson versus Pierre Rodriguez. You want to start this one?
I was thinking about passing here. I mean, this is like the quintessential Robertson fight. It feels like she's always fighting the same fight. If she can get single legs and all that, she wins because she has very good jiu-jitsu, very good on top. She can pound people. She can control. On the feet, she's horrible. She's extremely hittable, vulnerable, fragile. She said she has been out and making all these improvements that every fighter makes according to themselves every time, but I don't know. I think she's the same fighter most likely. I think she can get Piera down, and I think an important part of this fight is Robertson is coming down in weight. She wasn't big at flyweight. I think she's going to be more physical here, grapple a lot of people that she wasn't being able to grapple at 125, and I got a sweet Nike one now because people were making fun of my blue sweater. Nah, the blue sweater is at my room. I love that sweater. People talk about that every episode. I don't know why. Like, you people in America are walking around your house like in a suit or something, because I'm in underwear or stay-at-home clothes. You know what I mean? I'm not dressed up. What are you all doing? What was I saying? Yeah, Robertson. I think she's going to get takedowns. Be fine here.
So you're picking Robertson here?
Yeah, I bet her inside the distance. Like, in all honesty, plus 225, it's a good number.
I messaged you like a week or two ago saying I bet her, and you were like, "Oh, I don't know."
I wasn't sure, okay, but the weight is big. The weight.
I just wanted to make sure I was remembering that conversation correctly.
Yeah. I'm blaming you. If I lose, I'm blaming you. Like, publicly. If I lose, this is Gomba's fault. I was going to pass.
I like Robertson here. I bet her as an underdog. I think her is like a slight favorite. Makes sense. I think her moving down in weight class is the right decision. She wasn't a big 125 pounder. She was getting out muscled in certain matchups, and her wrestling's not that good. It's okay, but her top game is where she excels, and I think that's where she's going to shine here against Pierre Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a little bit stronger, a little bit more physical. She's the better striker, but if Robertson does her thing, she's going to look like a big favorite here. That's kind of how every Robertson fight is. Like, if she gets on top of you, she's going to go to work. And if she doesn't, she's probably going to look like a solid underdog. Even in the Agapova fight, it took her a little while to get the fight to the mat. But once she kind of grinded on her and got on top, it was a wrap from there. So I'm picking Robertson. I think it's a good shot she finds a submission here.
Yeah, Piera is raw. Like, she's physical, but she's raw.
Yeah.
I bet Hansen against her. Never betting a girl with an OnlyFans again. I don't know why didn't she grapple. I thought she was going to like ragdoll Piera.
I think she took it on once or twice and then kind of like never really did it again.
Hansen is a girl with a lot of problems inside and outside of the octagon, and that's why she is where she is right now. I mean, maybe she's making bank. I don't know. You have to respect the grind.
This is ridiculous. I'm the one who pointed out the
Yeah,
Robertson.
he steals all my takes, honestly.
I'm going first this next fight. Actually, never mind. I don't even want to talk about this next fight. Ed Herman versus Zach Cummings. I guess
this is the main event.
Yeah, I mean, I would not bet on this fight with your money. I mean, seriously, like.
Okay,
this feels like a fight from 2015.
Don't worry, I will carry the podcast from here, Andrew. Don't worry about this.
Yeah,
fight.
Go ahead. I mean, I'm passing this fight.
I mean, if you like MMA, you must bet on this fight. Like, not betting on this fight is the biggest beta move of all time.
I must hate MMA then. What do you like?
If I put a gun to your head, like I did Holland to finish Poncinibio, what are you betting here?
Wait, say it again.
Like if I put a gun to your head, what are you betting here?
What did I say for the Holland fight?
I don't know. I'm saying that I threatened Holland if he didn't finish this time my sniper green light.
I thought you were saying that you asked me gun to my head for the Holland fight. What was I betting? And I couldn't remember. I don't know. Maybe like the under plus 155.
No, I want a side. That's a coward bet.
You want a side? Probably Ed Herman.
Okay, Andrew's making all the wrong decisions in life lately. That's not going to bet this fight. Picks the wrong side.
Why would I ever have to bet this fight?
Bro, what are you doing? Like, are you even a real MMA bettor if you don't bet Cummings by submission here at
yes,
price 500?
Definitely. Yes, you absolutely are.
Bro, this is like Ed Herman is done. Like he has been done forever. Mike Rodriguez was styling on him, and then he cheated his way to a win, and Mike Rodriguez cannot grapple. And then I don't know how this guy went 3 with Alonso Menifield. Unreal. Yeah, I mean, at some point, Zach Cummings is going to, I don't know, jump a guillotine or something, or hurt him. Ed Herman is like 75, bro. He cannot fight anymore. This should be illegal. And I know this is at light heavyweight and all that, and Cummings probably retiring too. It's his retirement fight. You don't think he's not going to like jump the gilly for the culture? Bro, this is an insane line. Cummings by submission plus 500. Insane line. Like, Herman has been submitted like 37 times.
I mean,
how many times?
Let me
at
see.
Least 6 or 7. What do you mean?
I'm checking. Plus 500 is like 17% implied. Like you really think
plus 550? I got plus 550.
Oh, plus 550. Let me redo it. Okay, 15.4% implied. You think if they fight 100 times, he's gonna submit them 20 times?
Yeah, easily.
You think so?
Bro, come on, he's done. Like he cannot grapple anymore. He cannot do anything. He just needs to rock him once or get an opening. This is going to be a complete meme. Like, what is Herman going to do?
The last time,
just stand there in front of him.
Listen,
bro, I'm telling you, light heavyweight Zach Cummings is ferocious.
The last time that Ed Herman was submitted was January of 2013, so over 10 years ago against Jacare.
Yeah, he's not expecting it now. He's not expecting that guillotine.
He's never gonna see it coming.
Bro, 205.
He's never gonna see it coming.
205 Zach Cummings is ferocious. Like he's going to go forward with a fury and destroy Ed Herman. He's 42, come on.
No shot.
Cummings is entering his prime at 38.
Guys, anyone who mentions this bet,
bro, this is like the bet.
Blocked.
This is the bet. I mean, could have gone either way. Great fighter, Dumbas Jr.
It was a good fight. I agree. Next up, we've got Brandon Royval versus Mateus Nikolai. Big fight for the 125-pound division. I'm on the fence about Royval. You're trying to get me on the Royval side. Now's the perfect time to make your case.
I feel like Royval is the obvious side. I mean, you know what you are getting with Royval. His pace is probably the best pace in the division. I mean, not probably. He's a cardio machine. He's bigger, longer, and he looks like a civilian could put hands on him, but he's longer than you and he's throwing at you at the same time. And he can take a good bonk. You know what I mean? Nicolau is excellent. I love Nicolau. He's fantastic. Fantastic technique. Very good boxing. He got power, timing, countering ability. Very good grappler. I just think he has to take him out and knock him out. Royval is very, very difficult. And Royval is like literally impossible to control on the ground unless you put a body triangle in or you are like fucking Alessandro Pantoja. And Pantoja, I mean, don't get me wrong, I bet Pantoja in that fight by submission, and I was like, holy shit, this is going south. When he got the back, I was like, because he was getting melted, bro. Rodok is an animal. I like him here. I think if you go Royval and under or Royval and doesn't go, it's almost a free ride because he either dies or melts this guy. Nicolau is kind of fragile himself, has been hurt multiple times. All his losses are by knockout. I think Royval is going to find an opening or rock him and then finish him. Would I be shocked if Royval fucking dies on a counter or something? No, but he's plus 180. And I would make him the favorite, honestly.
What? I don't think so. I said Mateus Nikolai. Isn't that his name?
Yeah, Mateus Nicolau.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that Royval's the side. It's just I find it hard to cap his fights because of how volatile they are. But I really, really liked the under at plus money, and it's since gotten steamed to minus 120, and I didn't really get in on it, and I'm not gonna chase a bad line. So I think early under was good. I think Royval money line kind of seems to keep getting blown out too. I mean, like at plus 200, I think you got to do it here. It's just like he forces, like you said, he forces a pace to where shit just happens, and he just kind of finds himself in 50-50 fights because of the way he fights. So I think I'm probably gonna end up taking the shot here. So
like
let's
people
have some
like
fun.
people like to shit on the guy, but his jiu-jitsu is like legit. People
Fair.
are like, this guy is a shit ass grappler from LFA and does all these crazy things. This guy is a fucking shark on the mat. He's very, very good, and he must have an insane squeeze because Matt Snell, he was about to tap with his feet too. He was tapping two hands. I had never seen that in the UFC, bro. He was tapping like this. Yo, let me out.
Yeah. No, that was crazy. And yeah, it's just one of those fights that feels like it's going to be chaos. And on a fight that's going to be chaos, you want the side of the plus money. So I'm probably going to get there on Royval as well as who did I just say? As
There is
well
a
as
point in the timeline
Granada.
where
Kind of
Royval beats
Mazzy.
Moreno. I think that's happening at some point.
What's that?
Royval putting it on Moreno for the boys. Yeah.
Dude, you're going to be sad. Moreno's just going to keep winning.
Bro, Davidson, like, do you think Pantoja is letting this virgin beat him?
I don't know. We'll see.
He's going to fuck him up. Pantoja is unbeatable right now. This man's unbeatable. He walks out to many men by 50 Cent and just goes out, takes your back and chokes you out and goes home. He's the best fighter ever in the UFC right now.
Bill Algeo versus TJ Brown. A lot of people are betting Algeo. It seems like all the money has been on him so far. Are you one of those people, or do you lean the TJ Brown side?
I was thinking about betting TJ Brown, but it goes against my religion, so I'm going to pass. Like, I cannot bet on this guy. He's horrible. I know that he beat this fraud last time. I bet against him. I think TJ Brown for me is fade or pass. This guy has no chin. He has no brain whatsoever. He gets caught in the most stupid submissions ever. I look at this fight and it's like, oh yeah, TJ Brown should be fine. He has all the wrestling upside. He can hang on the feet. TJ Brown is going to be up 2018 and then get caught on a guillotine or get caught and get finished. Something really stupid is going to happen. Or maybe TJ Brown doesn't grapple. Like, he decides he's not grappling here. Like, he decided against the Colombian kicker or against Danny Chavez. He was like, oh, now I'm TJ Brown, the striker. I cannot bet on this guy, but I think plus 160 is a good line.
Yeah, I think. Did you say you bet on him in his last fight or against him?
No, I bet the fraud. But I knew he was a fraud. I thought he was just like less fraudulent than TJ Brown.
That was like that was like one of our classic debates on here. I don't think we've went head to head once ever since then, especially not last week.
Yeah, I mean, Raul Rosas.
Who? It doesn't sound familiar.
Do you know what I love about that bet? That it happened exactly as I said. The shame is that he didn't like choke him. He didn't want to risk it, but it was so open there. Like, he could have finished him 5 times or 6 times.
Dude, after the first round, I could see him walking back to the corner, and he looked tired. And like the people sitting around me were like, "Oh, he like easy round for Rosas," and I was like, "Please just."
If only you knew.
I was like, please just get one more takedown. That's what I was hoping. I was like, in the second round, if he gets one more takedown, like with that, like he just needs to kind of catch his breath, get one good shot in. but he just started shooting from like 5 yards away. I was like, oh, this is terrible.
Peter Jan. So the guy is like Sigma, absolutely Sigma. Raul Rosas. He went like, no, I didn't have the energy, and that's all he said. This kid's fine. You know what I mean? Okay, I lost. I didn't have the energy. I don't know what happened. That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't even look because I had like 10 units deep more actually on Rodriguez and all that. But after one round, the lifeline must have been pretty good on Rodriguez. If someone knows what was the line,
Yeah.
oh,
Someone said,
this guy said plus 300. Okay,
yeah, it was something like that.
bro, he attacks exactly as I say. That was the funniest thing. He came out and did exactly what I said, like blah, 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 and tried to shoot a Mongoloid takedown. He doesn't even like get on the knees or anything. He just like tackles you. He's like Mika Parsons if he
Yeah, he
was
literally just runs
125.
after you.
Yeah, he's really stupid. The funniest thing is he's going to come out next fight and do the same thing.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully it's against someone bad.
Bro, the UFC is throwing like Fernie Garcia at him. I'm so sure it's going to be Fernie Garcia. Bro, it's the worst grappler I have seen in that division in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to think about that fight anymore. I don't really feel strongly about the Algeo Brown fight. Like I think Algeo is the rightful favorite. He's good volume, good cardio. TJ Brown kind of like you said, fights stupid. He's not amazing anywhere. He's not bad anywhere. He's just like one of those B- fighters everywhere. I mean, maybe like a late live entry on Algeo. I just don't feel like there's any value on this current line. Like it feels about right to me. I think it's a
I don't
relatively
know how you
fight.
take Algeo minus 200 here. Like
Yeah,
if taking Algeo, I will take inside.
he's
He's like
not a
plus
minus
200
200
inside the
fighter.
distance or something, but
He's not a minus 200 fighter, really.
against anyone. Like I wouldn't
Yeah,
bet this guy minus 200 in the UFC. It's
yeah,
like Gaston Bolaños minus 200. Like what is this? You
yeah. This
cannot
is
take that.
an interesting card. Speaking of interesting, Clay Guida versus Rafa Garcia. I know we're both on the fence here. It
No,
just
not
feels
anymore.
like what
Not anymore, bro.
you took it or you're not doing it.
Yeah, I took Garcia by submission.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I really don't want to bet Guida here, like at all.
Don't do
But
it.
the more I think about it, like it's a close fight on the feet. Guida's the better wrestler. The only thing is, well, two things. A, he's very old, and B, it kind of seems like I forget what B was, but yeah, he's very old. And is it Garcia is like a dog? Like he's gonna still be there late. It's not like Guida's gonna pace him like he does to some people. Yeah, I'm picking Garcia. I really, really don't want to put myself through it, so I'm gonna pass. But I think Guida's aside from a betting perspective. Yeah, I bet him against Mahashate.
Yeah, I mean, Garcia is a dog. He's kind of physical, big. He has gassed in some fights, but that was awkward. I think he was trying to kill Ruchmacher and like, kind of punch himself out. Yeah, and he has a lot of submissions. He's not a great submission finisher or anything, but Guida has an uncanny ability to get submitted. The guy is. I think I have only bet Guida once against this fraud, and he got knee barred, and he rolled into the knee bar. Yeah, amazing experience. Not again.
Yeah, once was enough for me too.
Garcia is all right. Good. I think good is like stretching it.
Yeah.
He's all right.
He's all right. I think that's a fair assessment. So yeah, I mean,
like okay, all right, good,
yeah.
very good. Alex the Great. Those are the levels of goodness.
Think we're both picking Garcia here. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully Guida can make it interesting. Next fight, leg kick battle. Chris Gutierrez, Pedro Munoz. I haven't bet anything here. I kind of lean the Gutierrez side. He's younger. I think this fight comes down to movement. Like Pedro Munoz doesn't really do great when he has to track his opponent down. And I don't think Gutierrez is just going to stand in front of him and trade leg kicks with him. So I think that Gutierrez is going to win it. I just don't love laying minus 200 because he is taking a step up in competition. Munoz does have good leg kicks. He does have a good guillotine, although I don't really think there's going to be a lot of grappling here. But yeah, I'm picking Chris Gutierrez here. What about you?
Yeah, I'm passing, but I'm picking Gutierrez too. Like he's a one-trick pony, but he's one of these one-trick ponies that is very good at the trick. He's kind of wrong for Munoz, I think. People are banking on Munoz grappling here, which he never does, and I think his grappling probably Garcia. I forgot his name. Gutierrez. I was about to call him Garcia again. I think Gutierrez can probably like negate his grappling. I think this fight comes down to the leg kicks, obviously. Munoz is going to kick himself, but the problem, like his biggest problem as a fighter, I think, is his footwork. He has horrible footwork, Pedro Munoz. And this guy has very good footwork. Like he's good at creating angles, getting his exits, kicking you, jab, kicking you. I think Gutierrez is going to win. I looked at Gutierrez round 3 as every time he fights, but he refuses to, like, he finishes people by accident. He refuses to really pursue it, and Munoz has never been stopped. So I'm passing, and this is the one time he tries to kill Munoz in round 3 with leg kicks or something. But I'm going to pass it. I'm picking Gutierrez.
Yeah, me too. Next fight, Ian Cutelaba versus Tanner Bozier. This fight is amazing. I bet Cutelaba, when he was underdog, plus 100. I think he should be the favorite here. Bozier coming down from heavyweight, can't grapple to save his life, can't wrestle at all, kind of just tries to hold guard when he's on bottom. I think Cutelaba having success early is like automatic here. It's just a matter of what happens after that. Because we've seen him kind of throw away fights where he's looked really good early, but those were against better grapplers than Tanner Bozier. Like, I mean, he was a pretty sizable favorite against Johnny Walker, who's a lot better of a grappler than Tanner Bozier is. I mean, we saw Latifi take and hold down Bozier. We've seen other guys do it to him. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to trust Cutelaba that much, but I thought he was the rightful favorite here. So I bet him at plus 100. Did you end up taking anything here? Let me guess. Ready?
Hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, what are you going to say?
I think you took Cutelaba round 1.
Wrong.
What?
But Bozer is big, but he really doesn't get finished, you know? And Cutelaba is not a guy that rolls chokes or anything. I don't know, maybe he tries to roll a triangle and loses mount. Like, it's Cutelaba.
Don't tell me you bet decision here.
Bro, Cutelaba by decision plus 800. Like,
Oh
hear me out. If someone knows Ion personally, his manager, his wife, whatever, we just need to like convince this man to stay on top, stay safe, don't mount. He goes to. It's almost like the guy thinks that, you know what I mean. You get someone down in jiu-jitsu when you are rolling and you are in guard, you get to half guard, and then you mount and go to the back, and that's it. You finish. This man thinks it's like guard, half guard, mount, get up. He always goes one step more. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? He almost goes over the top, like trying to roll a triangle or anything. Stop, bro.
You guys are nuts.
Nascimento didn't finish Boser on top. Boser is a big guy. Cutelaba has a massive wrestling advantage. Is he really going to pound him out?
Yeah, probably.
Boser is durable, bro. I'm going to be like, yeah, roll the punches, Tanner. I think he can stay safe on top if he's not brain dead. Sadly, he's brain dead, but I don't know. Things happen sometimes, Andrew. I don't know.
When does he ever play safe on top? Name one time.
When he almost killed Devin Clark.
Yeah, he almost killed Devin Clark.
Boser is doable, bro. Like, I hope
I'll be happy.
Like, half his face falling off.
If he wins a decision, I'll be happy. I mean, I'll take.
I can also see Cutelaba like taking round 1, like classic Cutelaba trying to murder him, and then round 2 still wins it, but starts to gas sometime on the feet, and round 3 kind of survives. I could also see Cutelaba being really stupid, then ending up on the feet and getting killed or something. I mean, it's Cutelaba.
Yeah,
going to be really sad. If he loses and he gets cut, it's going to be a huge loss for the UFC. Ion Cutelaba is one of the best to ever do it. He's must-see TV.
Yeah, he's always must-see TV. That is a fact. Justin Jacoby taking on Azamat Mirzakhanov. Do you agree with the line movement here coming down on Mirzakhanov, or do you think Jacoby gets it done?
Is Cutelaba fight cancelled?
No, I don't think so.
I hope so. I hope not, I mean. Yeah, I was thinking about putting Jacoby in a parlay or something, but I don't really want to do it. It's like he has all the advantages on the feet. He's quantum friendly, like sharp people, like sharp wannabe people talk like this. He's the minute winner. Dustin Jacoby is the minute winner here, the more polished striker. He has advantages in volume, size, length, and skill, I would say, and he's more quantum friendly. So I'm picking him to win this contest. Yeah, I think he should be fine on the feet, but this guy hits stupid hard and is undefeated. He has that confidence that being undefeated gives you, even if you suck. You know what I mean? He's bold enough to go for it. He hasn't tasted defeat. So yeah, I don't know. I think Jacob is going to win and kind of win clean. But would I be shocked if this Murzaganov guy has like big moments or a knockdown or catches him? No. He's explosive. He's like an old Russian man. You know, he has that type of strength. He's that type of persona.
Yeah. I'm passing this fight. I think Jacoby wins, but he does kind of fight close. He's getting up there in age. Murzakanov probably has a little bit of takedown upside. I don't think he's going to hold him down, but I do think he might get one or two.
Jacob is a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He gets up. But so like I don't think that'll be the story of the fight. But yeah, I think Jacoby probably wins like a reasonably clear decision, but I don't know. It's not a passionate take.
I don't think he wants a rematch of that.
Of what?
Have you never seen Jacoby versus Alex Pereira in Glory?
No.
One of the grossest knockouts I have ever seen. Like,
Really?
Yeah. He
No, I've
separated
never
him
even seen that.
from the world. I don't know. He was on another planet. The way he fell was like gross.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Everybody's acting like this guy is going to move out and destroy everyone.
I mean, how do you think a fight versus
I think he beats Hill, but there are a lot of bad fights for him. And
yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked if Hill clips him. Bro, Ankalaev is autistic. I don't know what Ankalaev is going to do at any moment. He's big autism. Ankalaev maybe goes out and he's like, yeah, coach, now I'm going to kickbox with Alex Pereira. He's stupid.
Wait, hang on, just listen to me. Anthony Smith.
If Anthony Smith beats Pereira, we should close the UFC. Like, because MMA is no longer effective. Like if this guy
Anthony
can beat
Smith
Alex
would be
Pereira,
like plus 300. That's a must.
I mean, if he gets a takedown, he's fucking him up.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Krylov would probably beat
Krylov would beat his ass. Like he would turn him into a communist or something. Krylov would destroy this guy. Like take him down and rape him.
Could you imagine? Listen to this. Could you imagine Paul Craig versus Pereira?
Paul Craig would win.
He would either like die.
If he gets on top, the fight is over.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
Like Adesanya was like putting the hooks in and everything, riding this man. Adesanya. I'm sad that we are going to never see Malkoun ragdoll this guy.
Maybe Malkoun chases.
Maybe when he gets the belt, he goes for a second belt, Malkoun, and we see versus Pereira.
Yeah, that's the fight. What do you think about Billy Q versus Edson Barboza? Do you think Edson shot, or do you think that he's live in this one?
Like my concern with Barboza is he going to get hit once and fall like a castle of cards? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like Billy, I love Billy Q. Even if he beat Hernandez, that was a fluke. Good for you, Billy. But he's one of the biggest punching bags in the UFC. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's bad or anything like that. He's a stupid hittable, and his leg is a stupid kickable. Does that even exist? Kickable, bro. But if Barboza is not completely done, round one is going to be like war scenes, Vietnam war scenes. Bill is going to get hit everywhere from everywhere too. Like, can he melt Barboza late? Yeah, and Billy has no other option than go berserker on him. You know what I mean? It's going to be a great fight. I'm disgusted at myself for betting Barboza, but plus 150, bigger guy, bigger kicker. Billy may be on one leg after 2 minutes. I don't know, man. Would I be shocked if he melts Barboza with pace mid to late? Not at all. Doesn't go is a good look too. Yeah, I bet Barboza, but I don't know if I'm getting like the bet of the year or this is it for Barboza. You know what I mean? Because last fight was like what? He got hit in the chin with a reactive punch and then was on bottom. Like Barbosa, how many months ago he killed Burgos in a war.
Yeah,
And
2 years.
Burgos beat Billy Q fair and square over 3. And Barbosa killed him. Like I thought he was dead.
That was
I
scary.
I thought Burgos had died watching live.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it, he dead.
I probably told you this story before, but when Burgos was fighting Edson, my like ESPN, I just bought the pay-per-view and like it wouldn't load. I was like on the phone with ESPN and like I couldn't get it on. And like I finally got it on, and then like in the third round or whatever it was, I immediately after I see like Edson hit him, and he just like stands there, and then like 10 seconds later he's like running
Bro, it
back
was
and
ridiculous.
forth. I was like, what happened?
Not 10, but it was like 4 seconds later.
Yeah, it was something
like
like that.
It wasn't even the follow-up, because the referee let him hit Burgos when he was out already, but he like laid down like, okay, I'm going to sleep here. I'm going to bed. He was out before Barbosa touched him again. That was, and then he wake up and he was like, what happened? I'm fine. Yeah, nothing.
Crazy.
And he has continued fighting normally. That was ridiculous. I hope nothing happens to this guy. I have never seen that before.
No,
like not with that relapse in time. You know what I mean? Maybe 1 second, but not like that. That looked like a stroke.
Yeah, that was scary as hell. I agree with everything you said about this fight. I really feel like I think I might be missing something with Billy Q. Like, am I missing something with him? Because every time I watch him fight, I'm like, every time I tape, I'm like, this guy's not that good. And then like I bet against him.
But he's a stupid durable. Like he's about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Every
he's
time,
one of these guys.
Like here's a perfect example. I was like pretty sure Hernandez was going to beat him.
Hernandez was killing him, and then he
wasn't.
I was like, what I mean? I was like, Division 1 Hernandez.
I was like, all right, like, how is Hernandez going to lose this if he doesn't just like totally gas out?
I mean, I'm not sure if he cardio died or was hurt, or you know what I mean. Like there was a combination of things and the cut and all that. I think it looked worse than it actually was, because his face was like falling off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I rewatched it and it wasn't that bad. I think he hurt him and he cardio died same time because it was like very sudden. It wasn't like the classic Billy Q fight. I don't know if Hernandez at 145 can really go hard 3.
Yeah, I think Edson's the side here. I'm on the fence still because he is old and Billy Q does have good pace. I feel like Billy Q could kind of melt him with pace late, but I feel like he's going to have to walk through hell to get there. I mean, Edson's going to land kicks early. Like, he's going to land leg kicks. He kind of stands with his lead leg heavy up front. It's just like, how shot is he? Because he hasn't fought in a year. I mean, he last fought in March of 2022, and he fought Bryce Mitchell, who you kind of have to give him a pass because Mitchell's a good grappler. But before that, it had been another year. It was the Giga fight, which I thought he looked decent in the Giga fight, but I definitely think he's regressed. He's fought a great level of competition. I mean, his last 5 fights, Bryce Mitchell, Giga Chikadze, Shane Burgos, Amir Khani, Dan Ige, even before that, like Paul Felder, Justin Gaethje, Dan Hooker. To me, this is just a matter of how much does he have left in the tank. He's 37 years old. He's had some, I mean, his last matchup was about as tough as a stylistic fight as he could get. I mean, he's just not.
His last fight is irrelevant here.
Yeah. And I guess that is a concern of mine is Edson grappling like that far behind at this point in his career, or is Bryce Mitchell just a good pace grappler? Like, can Billy Q put on that same kind of pace? Like, I don't think he's as good of a offensive grappler as Bryce, but I also don't think it's crazy to think that he's going to get on top at some point here. You know what I mean?
I don't think Billy Q's getting takedowns like proactively. Maybe he hurts him or something, or late when Edson is tired, but Edson is a much bigger man.
And the thing is,
he's good. Like, he has been grappled by Khabib Nurmagomedov and Kevin Lee, and with all due respect, Billy Q is not Khabib or Kevin Lee, or like the physicality, the gap in physicality is insane.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, if Edson is landing kicks early, like Billy Q's going to have to plant off of that leg to try to like shoot a takedown. Like, he has to put weight on that leg to try to shoot.
His leg is going to be gone. Like, if I have to bet something on this fight, I think his leg is going to be gone after 3 minutes, unless Edson is like gun shy or completely shot or something. It's just going to be there. Probably the best kicker in the history of the UFC, one of the best, if not Prime Aldo, one of the best kickers in the UFC. Against a guy that just goes with his leg forward. Like, there are people that go face forward. Billy Q goes leg forward. he was making Shane Burgos look like a world-class kicker.
Yeah, and that's not even really his game. So I'm with you. Yeah, and I mean, this is a good point. Like Bryce did drop Edson, but that really, in my opinion, was a matter of like Edson being so worried about the
Was he
takedowns.
hurt?
He kind of just let his guard down. It almost reminded me of when with the Khabib Connor thing, where he kind of was just worried about the takedown and got hit real quick and ended up being fine.
Yeah, that was from the hip.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we both lean the Edson side. Main event. This is my strongest take of the card. I'm all over Max Holloway here. I think he should be a much bigger favorite than he is. Arnold Allen, like if you take a look at his career, his last fight, I mean, it was a close first round. Then Cater got injured. Like you can't really take much from there. Before that, like he had Dan Hooker coming down to 145 and clipped him early. And people forget that Hooker almost put him out in that. Remember that exchange when Arnold Allen was just kind of like swinging for hell against Hooker, and Hooker was like this
That
close to
was
putting him out.
pathetic. Like, yeah, you
Yeah,
won. He was already hurt, and you won the exchange, I guess. But he got caught by a guy that was dying, and he was like eyes closed, swinging from the hip, both
yeah.
hands down. He's just a physical, like a ridiculous physical specimen, I think. I mean, he's a good fighter, but after 10 minutes, what is he really?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, take a look at the Yusuf fight. I bet Arnold Allen is an underdog in that fight. Arnold Allen, I think if I remember this correctly, I think he landed like 16 total distance strikes the entire fight. So let me pull that up really quick
He
to make
landed
sure I have that
68
right.
strikes, I think.
What's that?
He landed 68 strikes, I think, or three or something very low.
Yeah, so he literally landed 16 distance strikes out of 52 attempted. That's crazy. In
Whole
a 3
fight?
round whole fight.
That cannot be
16,
true. Like, cannot be real.
yeah, 15 to the head, 15 to the head, six to the body, the whole fight. But at distance, it was 16 to 52. I mean, he took him down twice and controlled him for 5 minutes. But if he's trying to wrestle Holloway here, like he's gonna gas over 5 rounds. Holloway is not easy to wrestle.
Well,
He's amazing cardio, some of the best pace the division in the sport has ever seen. I mean, I think if Allen doesn't get him out of there early, he's going to be brutalized in rounds 3, 4, and 5. And I like the under as well. I played it at plus 150. So I love Holloway. I like the under. This is a smash spot for me.
yeah, I agree with most. Like, Allen is like a good fighter. You know what I mean? But after 10 minutes, he's not the same fighter. And he's very physical, cuts a lot, very explosive. A lot of his game is speed and explosion with his straight left and his kick. There is nothing special about the guy. He's just very correct at everything and very physical. But he's not really an amazing talent or anything. I don't think he's really going to grapple Holloway. He probably can get takedowns early if he goes for them, but I don't think he's going to submit Holloway or anything like that. If you want to shoot early and get a couple of rounds, all right, it's 5 rounds, and then you have to deal with Max Holloway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of think this ends up like the Ortega fight in some way. Well, I mean, at some point, Holloway's chin is going to go, but it's ridiculous. He has never been even knocked down. He's like the leader in all charts of significant strikes, strikes through, all that. Even strikes absurd. He's probably number one, and he has never been gone down. Like it's absurd. I know people get upset when I say it, and I love Max Holloway, but there is no way that's natural. He's overperforming everyone cardio-wise at like 50% or just an absurd rate. It's simply not possible.
You should retweet that graph you posted a couple of years ago. I think it was before the Yair fight. I love looking at that.
I mean, it's not only like the numbers he's putting out, the metrics, the ability to throw, and he's never been knocked down. And I have seen the guy hurt really bad, and he recovers within seconds. And that's a sign that you are getting an absurd amount of oxygen delivered to the brain, the ability to recover like he does, and then not be affected and keep fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. I think this guy is on some Hawaiian fucking lemonade unreal. I don't know what he's on, but he's on some expensive shit, I think. Again, allegedly, I don't want to go to trial with Max Holloway or associates.
Just to clarify, this Poirier fight was like when Max was like a teenager.
Yeah, I think I would have submitted him.
Yeah, like come on.
He had him like in a triangle armbar, and he looked like 13. And Poirier was like a full grown ass man. Holloway was 4-0, and he had beaten like taco sellers and in the regionals in Hawaii. Yeah. And I think Poirier was like 11-1 at that point, and already an established fighter.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a
At some point, Max is going to die, guys, but I don't think it's going to be here. Like, if you fight long enough, everybody gets cracked.
yeah. I was just gonna say I don't have a Lambo here. If you want to share one,
I don't have a lot. I think I played one the other day, but nothing really crazy because a lot of books are lacking props except for main event.
you guys got any questions? Leave them in here. I mean, like, really, the only way you could make a case for Allen is like, if like, I don't know, like, how you could think this, or like, I don't know what would make you think that. I mean, maybe there's like a small chance it's true, but if you're basing your bet based off of like some gut feeling that you don't think Max cares about fighting, like, I don't know, just not my style.
I mean, as I see it, Allen has about 10 minutes to put him out, and if not, he's going to get worked like a dog. That's how
Yeah,
I see it.
yeah, I agree.
And he has 10 or 12 minutes to do that against a guy that has never even been knocked down.
Of course, there is.
I mean, I played. It's money lines because I played it the other day. I'm a degenerate. Fuck. Pudilova to win, Holloway to win, Jacobi to win, Royval to win, and Banata to win. All those 5. I played just short of 500 to win 10k. 10k is the limit at this book. 491 to win 10k.
Solid. Yeah, I have no Lambo this week, but I've got some spots I really, really like. Yeah, OAM tomorrow. That's our boy putting the undefeated podcast record on the line. We'll be rooting for him. I think
Big line movement. I don't know. Do people know something or what?
I think people just like Burgos. I don't know. I mean, he's the better striker probably. Like, can OAM grapple? And that's the question.
I don't know. Are people like expecting like rig the scorecards for Burgos? Could this happen? I think PFL is fucking corrupt.
Nah, you think?
I think it's a fucking money laundering operation, as it was before World Series of Fighting. I'm probably going to get threatened by Ali Abdelaziz on a partner on Twitter now. Bro, they are paying 800k Burgos. That's what I heard. 800k. Bro, he doesn't deserve that money. I don't care what people say. He's not an 800k a fighter. What is he? A Errol Spence? He's like a fringe contender at 145.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll be rooting for him. They both seem pretty decent.
I don't know, man. I would say Mokayev. And that's saying something because I don't think much of Gary.
Gary's good, bro. I'm telling you.
Bro, all these people that are saying Nikali is not going to fight for the title in. Some guy told me in 6 to 12 months the other day. He's not going to do it. The UFC is not going to do it. Like, he doesn't want to do it. Nikali is absolutely not ready. Could he get on top? Yeah, but he hasn't shown anything. Like, his first shot on Jamie Pickett failed. That's all I'm saying. He has to chain wrestle Jamie Pickett.
Are you gonna bet Tresean Gore?
I don't know. That's an interesting phenotypes fight. Like, different species fight. This is real MMA. Real Colosseum shit. Tresean Gore versus Bonica.
They should put this on the Discovery Channel.
That's where Michel Praceres is now.
These are some bold takes here.
Michael Morales is the truth, bro. It's crazy. He's so good while he sucks at MMA. The moment he learns MMA, Morales is going to be unbeatable.
Yeah, it was honestly one of the craziest things I've ever seen live, and I've seen some really cool stuff live. People were just going nuts. I couldn't believe it.
What did your dad say
about the knockout?
No, like in general, because he's not like big UFC guy, right?
Yeah, in the first round, he was like, they're not really doing much, and I was like, well, it's kind of like a chess match because if one of these guys makes a mistake, like the other one's gonna punish him for it. And in the second round, he was like, oh, it's getting heated. And then the knockout happened, and we were both just like, holy shit. And I was like, see, I told you, one mistake and you're out. He liked
I thought you were going to say like he was upset and he was one of the wooers, like woo, one of these people that start doing the woo woo.
No, he asked me. He was like, "Why are they doing that? Are they like cheering for a fight or something?" I was like, "No, they just kind of do that sometimes."
I think those people should be expelled from the arena, bro.
Yeah,
The people
he
that say
liked
woo woo.
the he liked the Gastelum versus Curtis fight and the
Font, bro, font.
yeah, and the Font knockout. Because like I tell him beforehand who I have, so he was
Yeah,
like
you told
pumped
me
when Font got the
that he
knockout.
was like, how was this guy the underdog? I had
Yeah, that's what he
the
said.
exact same
That's what I told you.
reaction when I saw the line. How is this guy the underdog?
He was like confused after the fight. He was like, "Did you say that guy was the underdog?" And I was like, "Yeah." I could tell he was kind of like, "Is it really that easy?" And I was like, "Well, it's a lot harder than that most of the time." That Font fight was sick. I was pumped about that.
Bro, he destroyed him. Like people are making it out to be like he caught him or something. He destroyed him. If they fight again, that fight goes the same. He was landing the jab at will.
Yeah, I was really liking how it was going.
I mean, his eye is a concern, but he was like rolling.
I mean, we both said he should be the favorite.
Jose Aldo probably changed the course of his career with that right hand in round 1, breaking his orbital. It's really sad.
Yeah.
Because then the Vera fight happened. He kind of won every moment he wasn't hurt in every fight. So it's a good fighter, Rob Font. I hope he can. I hope his face doesn't fall off in every fight.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about him going forward.
Bro, why are people like asking this 20 times? If Joy Joyce doesn't beat Zhang, who is like 50, bro, stop. Like, I haven't even looked at the line, but Joy Joyce must be like minus 1,000, right?
Don't even know who you're talking about.
Bro, you don't know Joy Joyce, the legend? We bet him against the Australian, Joseph Parker. This guy, the Terminator guy, brother.
I don't
The guy that just goes like this, he punches at this speed, I swear. But he's impossible to destroy, bro.
Eh? Are you sure that I bet that?
Yeah, because I told you. You didn't even watch it. And you were like, oh, great. Joy Joyce, best fighter ever.
Did he win?
Yeah, he won. I said Joy Joyce 10 to 12, and he won in like 11, I think. But it's ridiculous. The guy's impossible to knock out. Yeah, he's minus 1,000. What is his knockout line? Joyce by knockout minus 275. I'm not going to say it's free money, but I think it's free money. Like, honestly.
I gotta get one still.
I'm not going to watch the fight, man.
Yeah.
That's real sad. That's real sad. I looked up how much it will cost me to call you over the phone because I don't want to call you and then get like a 500 euro receipt.
If you just call me on WhatsApp, it's free.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm 100% calling you to make fun of you if Gervonta loses.
I mean, that fight's is that fight in Vegas?
No, it's in the Madison. I told you should go.
No,
it's in the Madison Square Garden, I think, right?
No,
it's in Vegas?
Let me check.
I think it's in Vegas. We'll talk about this.
Yeah, I would definitely have gone if it was at MSG. I would have went do-rag, cigarette.
Yeah, in the T-Mobile Arena.
I think this question is intended for you.
I don't know, like no favorito. Like in Spanish, there's the fav and the no fav. Favorito and no favorito.
Blades is the favorito versus Pavlovich.
Yeah. I hope one day WhatsApp is available here in Europe. I have never called anyone on WhatsApp video, I think, bro. There are, like Skype exists. I don't know. Or a video call. You know, I'm not calling to the United States every day.
Yeah. I don't know. We need like a do-rag bet or something.
Yeah, but I mean Garcia is like worse than 2-1. You have to George has to be way worse.
Yeah. OAM interview. Yeah, dude, do you remember when we first had OAM on like 2 years ago? He was like kind of saying the same thing, and then he won like a bunch of fights in a row.
He didn't know anything. he was high as fuck.
He was like, yeah, like
it was one of the best episodes, like the least watched episode we ever did. PFL with OAM the first time, and he was high as fuck. It was the best, and he was like he had some sort of promo going on with a betting house, and he had to give out picks, and he was asking me and taking notes. Do you remember? Like, do you? It was Peter Yan versus Cory Sandhagen. I
No,
was like,
I
do you
gave
like Jan here?
I gave him the Abigail Montez against
Yeah,
whatever. That was the one. Yeah.
Clarissa Shields.
Yeah. That was so funny. He was like, "Yeah, like if they give me a fight, like
It
I'm
was funny
ready."
because
But
we weren't talking about that, and he was like, "What do you guys think about Peter Jan versus Cory
yeah,
Sandhagen?"
we weren't even talking about it. It was so funny.
Yeah, I think this is
Yeah,
a,
and then he
a good
ended up
one. Like,
winning the
you
meeting. It
think
was so
about it.
quick.
You think about Sam. For me, I think if Ryan Garcia wins, you get the Sabatello haircut with
There's
yellow and
no way
everything.
I'm doing that, dude.
Bro, you are so sure Gervonta is going to win. Don't be a sellout, Sultan.
I don't know, man. It's just like one of
Oh,
those things.
he's doubting his boy.
Garcia's got that dog in him.
I hope he wins, bro. Yeah, like literally just to make fun of you.
I kind of hope he wins too.
The reiteration clause is. I told you, like, I'm serious when I say that. That's big, bro. He can only be 147 or 146. That's big. He's a huge guy. It's going to be a good fight, like Makhachev said. Yes, brother, this is going to be a good fight.
Good fight. Good fight. All right. You ready to call it?
Yeah, if nobody got any more questions. PFL, have you seen that PFL is like main card first because there is NBA after or something?
No, I didn't see that. It's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but it's main card. There is no prelims. Like main card and then postlims. There are like 5 main card fights and then 7 postlims.
No, I didn't see that. What time? Let me see what time it starts. Oh, this is the last one for like a couple months.
No, not a couple months.
Yeah, till June.
June?
Mm-hmm.
I literally looked at this before. Maybe I looked it the wrong way. Yeah, it's like the next round of fights.
See, you guys don't understand. It's not that I won't put 10K on Tank. It's that 10K means less to me than a bad haircut.
That could actually be true. That last statement. For 10K,
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
would you do it for 10K?
No.
You wouldn't do it for 10K. If I do like a GoFundMe on Twitter to get Gomba's yellow hair, it gets to 10. I'm telling you, it gets to 10K easily. You wouldn't do it?
No.
What if the money was for a kid with cancer?
Then definitely no.
Okay, we are doing it. There are a lot of kids with cancer. I can find one. Gombas is getting his hair yellow.
This is gonna be sick.
Off topic, bro. This is when he was talking with DC, right? He was like, I have to prepare. I mean, this is. He was like, yeah. He was saying, brother, this leg is undisputed, undefeated. Nobody remember when somebody take this leg. And this was like, I have to get like some really good wrestler to AKA to fight with you. Jordan Burroughs. Like, Islam, you cannot be serious. He's the world champion. He's like, bro, I respect him, but he just have double leg. How he take point? He push people out, he take point, but in AKA we have wall. He cannot push me.
That's funny.
In brother AKA we have wall. I think people like the Molly McCann the best.
I like the Roses one the best.
I don't think the Rosas one is that good. I just think people think about Rosas and Rosas is funny by himself. You know what I mean? I think, how funny. I
find him less funny now after I lost. Like,
do you know what the funnier thing about Rosas is? He's going to keep losing and losing and losing and making me money. That's going to be extremely funny.
It depends. I mean, now I'm kind of starting to think that the Jay Perrin bet might have not been that bad.
I'm starting to think that he sucks, like Magic said.
Yeah. All right.
Come on, Patrick. Get him, lad.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Come on, the lads. Patrick, get him, lad. I already did it. She talked like that. That's literally all she says. Come on, Patrick. Get him, lad.
I remember the first time we were gonna do a podcast. You were like, "Bro, I haven't spoken English in so long." You're like, "I'm gonna sound like Khabib."
Yeah, the first time I did it with the Club and Sub guys because
Yeah.
they asked me like 50 times and she was there and everything. And it was like a little bit difficult because I hadn't talked in a long time. Like I use English every day, but not for talking. And I have to think at the same time I was talking. Now not anymore. It's like talking in Spanish. Yes, but people love that one. Come on, Patrick. Get him.
When's she fighting again? It's been a while.
I don't know. She's going to fight someone like real bad.
Yeah.
The UFC
I
is going to
remember.
be is not a 125 pounder with only one arm, like a female Nick Newell for Molly here in London.
Yeah.
What happened to she? She doesn't tweet anymore or anything. He's probably behind the line movement behind Burgos.
He
He's probably
tweeted something
putting
about
millions on Burgos. It's like his favorite fighter ever.
he tweeted something about Burgos this week. Let me say.
Bro, she looks at you in the eye and says, "Bro, Shane Burgos will put Floyd Mayweather through hell," and he believes it. Like he believes it with all his heart. Like Burgos will give Khabib hell.
He said Shane Burgos fight week, basically a holiday for me.
Shane Burgos?
Yeah, that's what he said.
But what he said?
He said Shane Burgos fight week, basically a holiday for me.
I didn't see that. I'm going to answer to that right now.
And then he tweeted, Lakers gonna win it all. Insane.
I think so too. I told
I
him.
don't know,
I actually told him about that. I was like, "What do you got for NBA the other day?" I think
Yeah,
Lakers
I
going
have
to win it all,
nothing.
and he said, "Yeah, I think same, bro." People miss C. I'm going to tell him that people miss him. He needs to do
Yeah.
more podcasts. Now he's rich guy. He's not interested in you all. Big
Yeah.
baller, see. Big betting guy. Big betting operations guy.
I remember we went to the fights in New York 2 years ago, and that was like when in his peak Burgos fandom, and I was like, "Bro, how much do you
Yeah.
have on Burgos?" And he was like, "I just bet the under."
Yeah, I remember that. I was
You remember
making fun
that?
of him for a week. Yeah, and it was like he didn't hit it. It was like the
No,
Quarantillo fight.
I had the under too,
It
and it
wasn't Billy
like
Q.
yeah, Billy Q.
Easy Burgos win, and he didn't bet it. He's probably
Yeah.
thinking about that every morning.
He's probably like, "I let you down, Shane."
A guy told me the other day that we should do like every day imitate some fighter. These people think I'm a professional or something. I'm not that good at imitating fighters. It's just that Molly is easy. I don't. Why can't you do that? It's super easy. Molly McCann.
I feel like you could do a good GSP one.
GSP is an easy one.
You kind of sound like him, like even without.
Thank you to everyone from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to the UFC. Thank you. But he has like this French accent from Quebec, and it's difficult for me to imitate.
Yeah. This is hilarious.
GSP used to go like, "I want to be that one guy, like the Michael Jordan of MMA. I want to be that guy." He used to talk like that, but it's difficult to imitate.
It's too bad that Alex Hernandez became the Michael Jordan of MMA, right?
Bro, he's on a one fight win streak. Like we are only upwards from here.
He beat prime contender Nate Diaz, or prime contender
Up and coming Jim Miller.
Up and coming Jim Miller.
Bro, that was a good fight. Like he looked really good.
Yeah, I was scared
over 3. Bro, when he took his back, I was like, no way.
Yeah, same. I was like, there's no way this is happening.
There is no way I'm going to lose this bet. This is going. I was more worried about Twitter than the bet. I was like, this is going to be devastating.
Yeah, thank God.
Do you remember that I was out? I didn't watch the card. I only watched that
Yeah.
fight. I literally that was the Molly McCann, not the Molly, the Erin Blanchfield card that I kept calling everyone poor.
Yeah,
But I wasn't that drunk at that point, so I came out of the bar at 3 a.m. like Alex Hernandez. I couldn't watch shit. I couldn't see shit, bro. Like I told you, I could only tell when Hernandez was landing like a kick or a knee, but when they were punching, I didn't see anything.
And
I was watching with a friend, and the fight ended, and he was like, "Who won?" I don't know. I think Hernandez. But when he took his back, I was scared as shit, bro. I was like, "No way! How much time is left? There is no way I'm going to lose this like that."
It got to the point where I like legitimately thought he was going to tap.
No, never. I never thought he was going to tap.
I did. I was like, this is over.
Tap to what? He's not a tapper.
He's a quitter.
Bro, he only tapped to Moicano and he was like dying.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We will be back next week. I'm missing that card too. and the Yerbonta fight. Real sad about that. But I was sadder before because I thought Sarukian fight was that week and not the next one, and now it's cancelled. So
Yeah, it's
whatever.
not a bad one to miss.
But we will still do the pod, right?
We will.
Thursday or so. I have to. Yeah, I think I'm going Friday. Yeah, Thursday should be all right. Come on, the lads. Next Thursday, the pod. We should do a full episode talking like Molly.
Oh my god, I don't think I can.
I mean, it will be difficult, but yeah, Renato Moicano is grabbing upside here.
Like the video, guys. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we only get miserable 300 likes or so. Miserable already.
Need 500 again. 500 every week.
Come on, the lads. 500 likes.